Well, hello everybody out there in YouTube land. So nice to see you again, and I have not done, I don't think I've done anything with a reed organ for a long time. A few months ago, I picked up a pretty old Burdett reed organ, something from the 1870s, and it's called Golden Tone. So we're going to take a look at it today, just as the cat, yeah, me, dragged it in for 25 bucks. I haven't fixed it yet. It's been hanging around for a couple of months, but it's on my list to fix. This particular thing the cat dragged in a few days ago. But before we take a look at that phonograph, organ, I've got a question for some of you people out there, because I can't understand it. I cannot understand it. This newest fad or something that seems to be going on in either old phonograph world or old clock world. People will clean up the movements inside of the clocks or the phonographs. They do a magnificent job. They look beautiful. They appear on the Craigslist for a song. I don't know the name of the song, but it's pretty cheap. And they don't know why it won't run. And I think what it is maybe they've got these special ultrasonic cleaners, and it looks so nice. They're looking at the actual works, but they're not looking at thinking of the fact that people are going to be looking at the case, not the works, and they're so afraid of oil. I mean, it's almost like, they'll take a toothpick, the point of it, and they'll put it into a dish and just be so careful, as if the oil, if it did drip down a brass plate, it's going to corrode it or something, which of course it's not. I'm not saying dunk it in a bucket of oil, but come on, people. You've got to put oil in some of these things. This inside has used lots of oil, and that was a manufacturer. So I don't know what it is about being afraid of using oil. I have a name I've come by for it right now. I call it Spare Thy Oil. It just, I get something, I get a relic back here, and the first thing I try to do is I put a little oil in it, because the person's told me, he's not quite sure why it doesn't work. Bing, takes right off, So, leave a comment. Have you run into this at all, or are you one of these people that also are afraid to get oil in something that's supposed to be oiled? Because I'd really like to know. All right, let's go ahead. The light is just terrible today. It's been a yucky day. It's been raining and it's cold out. We're almost in July. The weather's crazy. If you want to click on a link below, you can kind of look into it if you want. If you want. But otherwise, let's have a look at this this gem I just picked up off the street and see what you think. Forget that it's dusty or anything. I'll be getting to it. Okay, let's take a look. And there we have the Burdett Golden Voice reed organ. Just the way I got it. Notice the beautiful music rack. The nice scrolling on it. Oh, I tell you, that must have taken a long time to do. The keys came in. They're completely numbered, some of them, so at least I'll know what keys to hit if I try to play it, and it is a little bit playable. There's only a couple of stops there, and there are 3 up on that side. Excuse the light again. I can't help it. The weather's crazy. But anyway, real ivory keys, and let's see if we can see. Yeah, here we are. The Golden Voice. I tell you, these people in the old days, they thought up everything they could. Yeah, let me just angle this down, and let's take a little look inside this thing. I take this off, and I think I've discovered why it's the Golden Voice. Right back here, when the sound comes out of the reeds in the back, it hits this wall. It's not a barrier. I'm going to call it a wall. And probably Burdett had in mind something that it would help further smooth down any harsh tones from the reeds. I can't say for sure. I can let you hear right now what it's doing, and it's almost as if it's supposed to be two ranks of stops, and one is almost like tuned to a Celeste to the other. I'm not quite sure yet. It's partly workable, but listen to all the notes that don't play. Wait a minute, let's see. The sign of an early organ is when you have a knee swell on the left-hand side, and notice when I use this knee swell, you're going to see this whole mute swell shade open and close, of course, for the volume. I don't know so far if it's been restored before myself, but I think somebody was in it maybe many years ago. But as you can tell, it needs a lot of work. This is kind of a perfect organ to get as a starter organ, which I'll talk about in just a second. So anyway, you've had a little bit of look at it, and I think it'll be a fairly nice organ in its own way. And the last thing I should probably mention is that I've been getting lately an awful lot of emails from people that want to start repairing these reed organs and they don't know where to start. The organ I just showed you would be kind of ideal. I would say if you've never done one before, because it's going to take you a long time, a real long time, start with one that doesn't have very many stops. The simpler the better. Once you've done one, then kind of work your way up. And the two books I would recommend, there's one on reed organ restoration by Horton Presley. That happens to be the book I used. Oh, God. I don't even dare tell you how many years ago. And there's also another nice one by Fritz Gellerman. There are just fewer and fewer people left today that know how to fix these things, and so you're pretty much on your own. Just make sure as you take it apart that you write down everything as you go along and label it, because you know there's so many companies, and you know, if you forget where something is and you've never done it before, or even if you have done it before, you're going to be up to your neck in hot water. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed that little demonstration for whatever it's worth. And I hope you're having a really nice day today and enjoying the summer. I don't know if it's freezing cold, if you're getting snow where you are. You're at 110 degrees. Heck, I don't know. Click on the link below if you want to learn more about it. And otherwise, you all stay healthy and stay happy. And we'll see you later. And now I think it might be a good idea for me to turn off the camera, don't you? I forgot once. I blew the battery. All right. Bye now.